Since we're gonna discuss the water pollution, so we're gonna figure out through our experiment for today on how the water polluted. So this is a fresh water. So this is a fresh water, and this water is not contaminated. And since we're gonna figure out how the water polluted, so we'll do a first steps. So this is again the fresh water. So this is empty glass. So we're gonna put the water here so that we can figure out how the water polluted. So we're gonna. I have here the mixture, which is the milk and the coffee. So we're gonna put this here. So it shows. So consider that this is the polluted water. So as what you can see, the water right now is contaminated. And this water is not fresh, and it is also considered as polluted. Since the water right now is contaminated, so as what you can see, the color is same as the river or any kind of water in our place. So consider that this is the contaminated water, and the reason why the water is contaminated, it's because there is any substance that we put, same as in reality that some people throw any garbages or any chemicals on the river. So that's the reason why it was contaminated and it turns into this color. So next is we have here the soap or any kind of detergent, and this is one of the reason also why the water is become polluted. So we're gonna put that one here in the water. So again, it gives contaminated to the water and it causes pollution. So, to the lessons that we discussed, we already mentioned about the garbages. It is also caused the contaminated of the water, or any chemical substance, and so on. So, that's the reason why we have here our water pollution.
Everyone, I am Jubilin M. Tamala. Today, I'm gonna to do is indicators of water quality. You're gonna know exactly which is the best way to drink your water of our health. So let's begin. Water is funny thing, right? Because we can go more than 3 days without it, and yet we are making it easier for companies or to dump waste into streams. Sounds like we need to get water priorities, and also check those streams then flow in. Water is funny thing. We can't go more than 3 days without it, and yet we are making it easier for companies to dump waste into streams. Sounds like we need to get now priorities checked. And those streams then flow in all kinds of directions, and also from the surface to underground, flowing to the oceans, and evaporating, traveling as clouds around the world, and they later falling as rain. So eventually, and then making up the water that flow out of our tap. Let's go to the kitchen and let's open the faucet. So let's go! tap is the simplest way for many of us to get our drinking water. I wonder, what is in our tap water? So, let's talk about the microbes in our water. There was one simple treatment we could do to our tap water, and that was so we're gonna do our boiling. Okay. We will boil the water for at least 1 minute before drinking it. This is because there could be bacteria and viruses in the tap water. How could that be? So, well, I did some digging and turns out that first fresh water is taken out that from sources like lakes and streams. So, right after, the water passes through treatment plants before starting through the long journey to your tap. Along the way, the water is susceptible to all sorts of contamination, and also from the environment and water pipes. If we do, we'll notice that what's left is a chalky, powdery, and substance.
Cup, please.
The bacteria in the water pipes could be harmful, it could be harmless, or it could even good for us either. Either way, when your water at the extreme temperature kills all bacteria and also viruses in it. So in short, the water pipes in the water is bacteria and virus. Water safe to drink? Many people compute that tap water is the same as healthy drinking water, which is IEE, water that is actually safe to consume. But what makes tap water safe to drink? According to the EIPA, it's water that meets the legal limits for certain contaminants, and also which are guidelines the EIPA sets but don't enforce. One of each is the recommended limit of the 500 ppm for the level of the TDS in the water. In other words, the EIPA allows unknown chemicals in drinking water until proven harmful rather than running them until proven safe. Take for example, one infamous group of man-made chemicals, which is per and polyfluoroalkyl research substances and PFAS. This you really need to stay away from. Out of 5,000 PFAS, there's 2 have been studied extensively, PFOA and PFOS. PFOA and PFOS both as persistent chemicals, meaning that whenever they enter the environment and our body, it accumulates over time. The worst part is that they never break down. Once in our body, they can have adverse effects. And also on our health, they attack our immune system or our development and reproduction, and even leads to cancer. These are the toxic chemicals that I learned. I believe that the purpose of food and drink water is to give our bodies the nutritional goodness to live. So if it isn't an essential nutrient for life, it shouldn't be in our tap water. That's all, folks. Everyone, bye!
Water quality is often described by the concentrations of different chemicals of interest. Determining whether the water quality is good or bad depends on the purpose of the assessment.
in concentration to harm the ecosystem, the organisms, and the human-made materials, and to alter climate change. In Concept A, we have the three major outdoor air pollution problems such as industrial smog, caused mostly by burning of coal, photochemical smog, caused by motor vehicle industrial emission, and the acid deposition caused mainly by coal burning power and industrial plants and motor vehicle emissions.
The most threatening indoor air pollution are smoke and soot from wood and coal fires, cigarette smoke and chemicals used in building materials and cleaning products.
Carbon oxide or the carbon monoxide or the CO2 is a colorless, odorless, and highly toxic gas that forms during the incomplete combustion of carbon-containing materials. About 93% of the CO2 in the atmosphere is the result of the natural carbon cycle, and the rest comes from human activities.
We also have the nitrogen oxide or the nitric acid, sulfur dioxide, particulate, ozone, and the volatile organic compound of VOCs. A photochemical reaction is any chemical reaction activated by light. Photochemical smog is a mixture of primary and secondary pollutants formed under the influence of UV radiation from the sun, in greatly simplified terms. The formation of photochemical smog begins when exhaust from morning commuter traffic release a large amount of nitrogen oxide and VOCs into the air over the city. The NO is converted to reddish-brown NO2, which is why photochemical smog is sometimes called brown air smog.
We have the 6 factors that can increase outdoor air pollution. The first one is the urban buildings. This can slow wind speed and reduce the dilution. Number 2, the hills and mountains. This can reduce the flow of the air in the valleys. The third one is the high temperatures. This can promote the chemical reaction leading to the promotion or the formation of the photochemical smog. The fourth one is the emission of volatile organic compound. This from certain trees and plants in urban areas that can promote the formation of the photochemical smog. The fifth factor, called the grasshopper effect, occurs when air pollutants are transported at high altitudes by evaporation and winds from tropical and temperate gas through the atmosphere to the Earth's polar areas as part of the Earth's global circulation system. The sixth one is the 6 factors has to do with the vertical movement of the air.
5 natural factors help reduce air pollution. First, particles heavier than air settle out as a result of gravitational attraction. Second, rain and snow partially cleanse the air pollutants. Third, salty seas spray from the oceans. Fourth, winds sweep pollutants away and dilute them by mixing them with clearer air. Fifth, pollutants are removed by chemical reactions.
According to EPA and other public health officials, 4 most dangerous indoor air pollutants in more developed countries are tobacco smoke, formaldehyde emitted from many buildings, materials in various household products, and radioactive carbon or the 222 gas, which can seep into houses from underground rock deposits, and very small particles of very small substances in emissions from motor vehicles, coal burning facilities, wood fires, and forest and grass fires.
Test for radon and formaldehyde inside your home and take corrective measures as
If you
needed. Smoke, do it outside or in a closed room vented to the outside. Make sure that the wood burning stoves, fireplace, and kerosene and gas burning heater are properly installed, vented, and maintained. Install carbon monoxide detectors in sleeping areas. Use fans to circulate indoor area. Grow houseplants.
People frequently lack the knowledge necessary to recycle or to distinguish between biodegradable and non-biodegradable products in the home. Other times, they are irresponsible with their waste because they are lazy and may throw it out anywhere. These are the sins that humans commit the most frequently. Due to the lack of suitable disposal, it is not only within the house but also outside the house, where it can be dumped anywhere in the surrounding area. It's harmful to our family health and our earth.
So as you can see on the photo on my left side, this is my project on my senior high school year and my subject in capstone. This invention is made out of 100% recycled materials. Recycled overall body to the inner aspect of the invention. This is an electric-free mosquito trap that is convenient and cheap but effective. The main reason why I came up of using recycled materials as the main materials in making this invention was mainly because to lessen the problem of garbages that falls right into the landfills that can be used to make newer products that is useful for many. The invention was not perfect, it requires more understanding to it, but the experience in collecting those materials, those recycled materials, was great and fulfilling. Solid waste management will always be a controversial topic and a topic that most people will not think about in daily basis. But if we can do something to lessen the burden of solid waste, then why can't we take part of doing those before it's too late? Again, I am Christy Abriones, a student from St. John Paul II College of Davao, encouraging you to do your part to be an effective citizen of this world.
Hi, my name is Joshua, and today I will be talking about earthquakes and what to do before, during, and after an earthquake. An earthquake is a sudden movement of the ground caused by movements of the tectonic plates in the lithosphere of the earth. Before an earthquake, make sure that you already have the phone numbers of your family and friends as your contact for emergency. During an earthquake, duck, cover, and hold under a table or a desk. Stay away from windows or anything that might break. The best place to hide inside the house is under your table, as these objects have strong foundation and less likely to break. Make sure to cover your head at all times and wait until the shaking subsides before you stand. If you happen to be outside, make sure to stay away from structures with second level. Look for a spot to go and make sure that you will be in an open ground. Always cover your head while looking for a safe spot. Even if you are in an open space, check your surroundings. The possibility of falling debris is high during an earthquake. Wait for the shaking to stop and slowly walk back outside your house. After an earthquake, call your family members and check if they are okay. While on the call, make sure to pay attention to the ground and your surroundings, as aftershock may occur. Once you feel safe, slowly go back inside your place.
My name is Jessica, and this time we are going to talk about volcanic eruptions. A volcanic eruptions is when gas or lava are released from a volcano, and here are some of the things you can do before, during, and after a volcanic eruption. So let's go. So before a volcanic eruption, make sure that there is a first aid kit in your home. So these are the first aid kit, and make sure that you have a first aid kit in your home because it's in case of emergency. So we have things that we can use. And then second, during a volcanic eruption, when indoors, close doors and window to keep ash and gases from entering your home. So then next, cover electronic devices with cloth or plastic. I think when outdoor, seek cover immediately and cover nose with a wet piece of cloth and to avoid inhaling the ash. Okay, go. Ay, dapat di ka na. So after a volcanic eruption, help in the cleanup. Then after that, remove the ash from the roof. Go. Go. And then after that, be on the lookout for further lahar events.